What's up, Virgo? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so let's get right into your June reading and see what's going on. Hope you guys are enjoying June. Hope everything is well. Hope you're living your best life. All right. Now, this will be a general reading, guys. Past, present, and future will be for sun, moon, and rising signs. Whatever comes out, okay? And for anyone ever interested in a personal reading, I leave all of the information to get a hold of me for that below in the description, okay? What is going on for the sign of Virgo? June 2018. What is going on for the sign of Virgo? Let's see what wants to pop out. Ace of Wands in the reverse, so something you guys may be letting go or something that is getting delayed that you may want to be doing. So let's see what's up, guys. All right. So the energy, the Seven of Cups. So this could be a lot, guys. This could be you being in a place in your life where you really have a lot of choices in terms of how to move forward, and you're really trying to weigh out the options. There's really not a sense of clarity because you have a lot to sort through. This could also be something where there's a lot of illusions. I look at the Seven of Cups kind of similar to the Magician card, kind of, because here, you have so many options, but you don't necessarily see what's in each cup. I mean, if we have it in the reverse, then everything spills out. But here, there's a lot of illusions. And we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Swords. So it could be heartbreak, could be heartache, something that you're working on, but something that just takes a really bad fall. But surprisingly, whatever this is, you guys may not be the ones that get that hurt. Okay, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is something that you could have been involved with kind of as a pastime, something to keep you distracted, something that was convenient for the time being, but not something that's necessarily meant to be in your life for a long time. All right, so going into the past, the card that we have first is the Nine of Cups. So there's something here that really makes you happy, really makes you feel abundant. Okay, and we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's some sort of loss that happens, or maybe a lot of money that you spend, but it makes you feel really happy. It's towards something that you feel extremely passionate about, but I feel for some of you, you're losing finances, or there's something that's being lost while you gain this thing that you're passionate about. And with the Ace of Wands in the reverse popping up, something that had to be let go of in order to go towards something that you're going to be passionate about. But I feel like whether you guys realize it or not, what you had to let go of could have been a lot. All right, because the Ten of Pentacles is a card about a lot of abundance. So something that you're letting go, whether willingly or unknowingly. Now, the next card that we have is the Death card in the reverse. So you're letting something go, you're walking away from something, but there's still a sense of you that's holding on to it. With the Death card in the reverse, that's someone needing closure, that's someone feeling like they need to, look further into a situation before they can fully close it out. You have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So the worst thing that could have happened with what it is you guys left behind, it's past you. Okay? You're just still not over it. Now with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, either you guys stopped talking to someone, or there's something that you kept trying to work on, but you just didn't get the result that you wanted from it. And there could have been bad judgment here that was made, whether it's a person that you're dealing with, or maybe a bad call that you guys made on something that you felt was really going to find you a lot of balance, but maybe you realized that somebody wasn't being genuine in something maybe that was offered, or maybe you're feeling like you're not genuine about something that you may have offered. Okay, but I feel like there's something that you guys are trying to do to make you feel balanced, but I don't think it's working. Okay, at least in the past. And there's something that you're having a really hard time letting go of and moving away from. All right, and we have a Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, maybe you're dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or the sense of just being very guarded. You're having a very high wall up, people having a hard time, trying to get through to you. And we have the Lovers card. So for some of you, maybe you lost someone very important. It could have been, you know, a lover, a friend, family member. And whatever it was that you guys let go of that you're no longer part of, I feel like there's part of you that still wants it. There's a sense of looking back on something that might have been hard for you to let go of, you know, in retrospect when you look at it now. Let's see why this Lovers card is here. Chariot in the reverse. All right, so there's something, guys, here that you feel is extremely chaotic and out of control. Okay, something that you didn't expect. Something that's being forced, new beginning. Okay. Yeah, with these cards, guys, I feel like you may have just been forcing something, or maybe someone was trying to force something on you that your soul wasn't fully, you know, in alignment with. But let's keep going. Let's see how things, you know, progress. In the present moment, we have the Three of Wands. So this is either turning your back on something in order to expand or waiting on something. Are you waiting for your ships to come in, or are you waiting to get on that ship and go? You have the Nine of Wands, so you guys are in a place that you're tired, you're battered up, you feel like there's a lot of bullshit that you may have gone through, but you're still on your 2 feet. But you have a decision that you haven't clearly made. I feel like there's just this fight to find balance, all right, to find justice in a situation. Now, with the Justice card, and I'm going to tell you guys the same thing that I told Cancer. There's going to be 2 sides of Virgos for this reading. There's going to be a side that may have given somebody else the short end of the stick, so now it's like you're dealing with that karma. Or there could be some of you that were dealing with a lot of bullshit, but now the tables are turning, so now you feel like you're coming up from this, all right? It really just depends what side of the spectrum you're on here. But there's something here that you guys know you have to cut out in order to have a new start. The Ace of Swords is all about getting into something new, but you have to cut out something that was conflicting before you can get that new. For some of you, I feel like you either want to reconcile or leave behind something in the past, but we'll see. Why is this Ace of Swords here? You have the Eight of Pentacles, something that you're working on. It could be work, literally. It could be in a relationship, but you have the World card in the reverse. So, you know, it's still that same energy where there's something that you're moving on towards, but you haven't closed out something fully from the past. All right, so there's a lot of anger around the situation. Maybe someone that you guys aren't talking to the same way that you did before, but you're really thinking about the past. And for some of you that don't have any sort of love in your life in regards to like a significant other, this could be a battle within yourself, okay? This could be you maybe trying to find balance with having let something go, not being over something that you may have let go of. Whether it's a person, a job, you know, someone that maybe you let down or they let you down, but something that I feel like you guys may need healing from. Why is the Six of Cups in the reverse here? We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. And the Strength card, guys, in the reverse. So something in your life is being forced right now. All right, so either you're feeling a heartbreak or you're causing a heartbreak or a disappointment. And there's a new start that is available to you where you could take this very powerful position for some of you, possibly with the Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay, where you can remove yourself from anything toxic that you were dealing with. But you know, I feel like there's a strong connection here. There's just something you have to let go of that's not working for you at this point. But you might be forcing it to try to work. Okay. Now, moving forward, guys, we have the Two of Swords. So there's that sense of duality. There's that sense of what is it that you want? What's going to make you happy here? All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're moving forward slowly, methodically, but you're still unsure as to what you want. The Three of Cups popped out, so, you know, you have choices. There's something here that you need to choose from. And the Justice card, something to find you balance. Okay, but I see you guys, you know, cutting something off royally. Losing faith in something. And when it comes to your past, whether it's someone from the past or maybe a job from the past, I see you wanting to go back. I see you guys wanting to either reconcile with a person or fix things, but I just feel like there's some unfinished business, Virgo. I feel like there's something that's holding you guys back from fully just going forward with something. Why is this Hermit card in the reverse? Yeah, the King of Cups. Okay. So there's something that I feel you guys are keeping to yourself about how you want to move forward, but there's something that you want to cut out at the same time that this is happening. But I just feel like there's a situation here that someone's involved in, whether it's you or the person that you're dealing with, that not everyone has all the facts on the situation. There's somebody that's involved with this, but they haven't truly seen, all aspects of this. Somebody is holding a secret. Someone is waiting on something, keeping it a secret. We have 2 sevens here coming out. All right, but you guys don't seem to be the one that is worried at the end of all of this. Okay. But with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, there's a sense of emotional instability, maybe promiscuity, but there's something here, guys, that I feel, not that it's going to stop you from excelling in life. It's just something that could be troubling or confusing you. Okay, I see a lot of chaos here, to be completely honest with you guys. Let's pull some cards of advice here, and then we're going to talk about this and see how we can get through this. Okay, because we have to have an answer for all this. All right. Let me get 3 cards of advice for all my lovely Virgos. I always think it's so funny how, all the elements have very similar energies in their readings. So let's see what the cards are going to advise you guys. 10 of Pentacles, Fool card in the reverse, and 8 of Wands. All right. So, Virgo, the best way to say this is I feel like there's something that you have to look in the mirror for. Okay, there's something here that you're invested in that makes you feel very good, but it's not a good idea to move forward with it. All right, with the Fool card in the reverse, if you guys continue to go down a particular path, you're gonna a lot of shit is gonna hit the fan. There's something that really is too problematic, that has to be rejected here. I mean, with the 5 of Wands, that's fighting, bickering, arguing, somebody that gossips a lot. Okay, something that you really have to guard yourself from, and you guys might have to be harsh with the situation, because I feel like you're going up against a very strong energy. Okay, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of what I told Taurus, because this is kind of like a similar energy. But recently myself, I'm always I try to do this as much as often, but I'm as much as possible. So I always want to look at myself, in the mirror per se, and ask myself, am I going down the right path? Do I have the best people, around me? Because sometimes we don't see how much a person's presence in our life can really affect us. I've had situations in the past where I had people that really didn't want good things for me. And I was getting into car accidents, and I was, getting turned down from interviews. And I'm like an interview superstar. Like, if I get through the door for an interview, I know I have the job. So it just really took a hit to my ego, and I felt like nothing was going right for me. But the second, I got rid of those energies and those people, that's when life started getting abundant again. That's when I started getting things that I wanted. So recently, my thing is, since I work from home a lot, I like to socialize, but I don't want it to be forced socializing. Like, I'd rather stay home alone for, months at a time than to be out with people that I don't like. So I'm very patient when it comes to friends and when it comes to who I'm around. But something just didn't feel well with me the other day, because I just felt like I was so thrown off course. I'm somebody that used to be hardcore athletic. I'm a personal trainer as well. So I had kind of lost my body. I gained weight. I wasn't eating healthy. I was drinking. At night I was having my shot or two, because I drink I drink every night because I drink to my accomplishments, right, Drake? So, I was doing so many things that I just felt weren't helping me. And this happened literally yesterday morning, that I woke up. It was Sunday morning, and Sundays is my day for family. That's my day to go out. That's my day to, kind of just lay back and chill. And I just woke up and my body couldn't take it anymore. And I'm not saying I was doing anything to my body. It wasn't that. It's just that there was something in my soul screaming, Lissette, wake the fuck up. Like, do you not see this? And what I found is, when I got into spiritual work, it doesn't take me as long to see bad habits because I feel like I'm more in tune with what's going on around me. But I was just disgusted with myself. I was disgusted with my life. I'm like, I'm doing well, but I could fuck that up very easily. I don't feel like I'm as happy as I used to be. I'm not working out how much I used to. And it really made me look in the mirror and just say, okay, we got to stop with this back and forth, because that's the thing with earth signs. We have this sense of, wanting to find something that grounds us and then wanting to stick with that thing. But sometimes these things don't ground us, but it could be hard for earth signs, specifically to let certain things go. So I canceled all my plans for the day, guys, and I just cleaned. I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I cleaned for like 8 to 10 hours straight. I don't even know the time, but when I sat down, I collapsed. I had staged my house. Like, I did everything you could think of to make this place spotless, and I felt like I could breathe again. And there's that sense of me saying, anybody that has made me feel unsure, like if I'm not 100% positive about the people that I've been letting in my life or the people around me, they're not walking through this door again. I don't have time for if, ands, or buts, because we get to a point where these people that we're unsure of, or these people that cause us all this stress, but we try to make excuses for them, they're going to make us less successful. They're going to hold us back from seeing our full potential in certain areas. We're not going to be, able to excel when you have that dark energy around you. So I did what I had to do. And my problem is, like, I love people and I'm a people pleaser. But it doesn't, it doesn't benefit me to please people. I have to make sure that I'm pleased. So a lot of people are just kind of surprised. They're like, oh shit, I've never seen this side of Lissette. But I'm not in a place where I want to lose certain things that I can get in the future because of a few bad apples that I was scared to hurt their feelings. So I really feel, the reason I'm telling you guys that is because I feel like that's what's happening. You have a few bad apples, and it's not a light energy, guys. This is some heavy shit that you guys have to let go of, that you have to release. So you have to look at this. Is it worth your peace of mind? Is it worth you losing, your progress in certain areas of your life? Is it worth driving you crazy? Is it worth you questioning yourself? Is it worth the headache that is, causing you? And it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum this is. This is for cross watchers especially too, because, it could be the Virgo doing the shit, and it could be the cross watcher doing the shit. But when you're with someone and it's constantly, and it doesn't have to be intimate, but I feel like when you're in a friendship where there's constant problems or there's things that just don't work out, I don't feel like things like that should be forced. And I think right now you guys have to take a step back and say, what am I forcing in my life? When this person calls me, what's my reaction? If someone calls you and your reaction is, hey, there's no time for that. That will drain you. That's going to take a lot away from you. If you have to pause and hesitate before seeing a particular person, before going to a function, before going to a cousin's house, is that worth it? I know that there's certain things in life that we can't control, especially, let's say you live with family or you live with someone where you can't get out of that situation right away. You have to understand that, in situations like that, it's fine and you have to work on getting yourself out. But when we get to a certain point in life, we choose who we break bread with. We choose who we go out with. If you feel like you've been strained, if you feel like, you're just all battered up, is because you're disconnected from yourself, from the universe. And I feel like there's something that's really throwing you off course. And I say this with nothing but love for you guys, that if you don't figure out what this is soon, it's going to take a lot of you. And it's not going to be good at all. Okay? So whatever it is, nip it in the bud before it gets too serious, before it becomes harder in the future to let it go. But there's something that's attacking you. There's something that's attacking your energy. There's something that's attacking your well-being. And you can't let it. Okay? So I love you guys so much. I really hope that you're able to just take a step back and look at your life and, just see how things are unfolding. And all of this, it could even be a battle within yourself. But my best advice is go back to a time in your life where you were actually happy. What were your hopes? What were your aspirations? What were you doing that made you so content? And how do you get back to that? Okay, we can't go back to the past all the time. But from what happens this moment on, that's up to you guys. Your happiness is in your hands. You cannot blame a person for your unhappiness. There has to, come a certain time where you say, okay, they did a shitty thing, but I stuck around. Okay? We can't control how people act, but we can control how we react. So if there's too much bullshit going on, is it worth having that person there? Is it worth having that job? Is it worth dealing with that boss? Okay? Life is too short to have these sort of energies. Life is beautiful. The universe is abundant, and it wants to give you guys everything that you desire. As long as it's something good and legal. But there's nothing or no one worth losing that. Okay? And it's a very powerful thing when you truly realize that. All right? So you guys could be bad by yourself. You don't need anyone to add to that. So I love you guys. I hope that, this is something that you guys really take seriously, because I want to see all my signs doing well. All right, guys? So we will talk soon. Love you.